You are live. Here's the thing, good morning, people. Good morning, people. Here's the thing with morning people. They get up in their robes like I am right now. And as you see, I attempted to twist my hair. I've got two pigtails. So what? Okay. I didn't sleep in a bonnet. Therefore, you don't see me in a bonnet right now. But I am LaDonna Raeh. I'm still LaDonna Raeh. I'm just not all glammed up, but I'm still me. All right. Cheers to that. But I just want to say good morning to you. And is it a good morning? Is it a good morning when you wake up and you watch the news or you see on your Twitter feeds that somebody has attacked a community of people just because they are a certain color? Ooh, ooh, that hurts. That hurts. And it hurts because it's like we're still there. We're still being attacked and we're still being the gaslight is on. Not the gaslight saying that gas prices are too high, but the gaslight is on when society and government says that, or even some individuals that are just being oblivious to what's going on, and they say there's no racism. Where they do that at? Where I you know Josephine Baker went to France to get away from what's going on here, and it's still going on in 2022. So, Buffalo, New York, an 18-year-old white male drove 4 hours away from his home. And he went there for the purpose of assassinating, well, he said killing as many black people as possible. When I hear this, it makes me feel sickened that someone is really that obsessed with a community of people that you just want to kill them. Uh Along with that, he was apprehended, and I'm not saying that he should have been killed too, because there's no justice in that, really. You can kill the killer, but the people that he killed won't come back. Some people just feel good doing tit for tat, but of course the question comes up, would that have been handled differently if he were a man of color? All right, anything other than white. And many people are weighing in saying that, had he been Latino or black, that he wouldn't have made it out to do anything. He would have been assassinated or killed. So that's not the focus point of this, even me bringing this up. But what I'm looking at is how he kind of cased the grocery store. I can't call the name of it for some reason. And he was there the night before, the day before, and he looked at the demographics and the ins and outs. This man came prepared. Like, he was determined to end some lives no matter what they were or whose lives they were. The security guard, who was a retired police officer, was killed, um and countless others. They said the count was 13 people were shot, 10 of which were African American. He actually made eye contact with a white man that was on the ground and said, "I'm sorry," and let him go. But that's in the minds of more than just this 18-year-old person. That's in the minds of a lot of people, including in your own community. I mean, racism will always exist as long as we don't stick together. And that is really the plan in society. As long as you keep us divided, racism wins. Okay, so this man may have been white and drove 4 hours to kill, several or as many black people as he could. But there are black people killing black people and getting away with it. I'm talking, the those drive-by shootings that are taking place every single weekend, especially when the weather breaks because there's more people out. These are not sharpshooters. These are brothers that have guns and they feel like, well, anybody can shoot a gun. I mean, go to the gun range. You can't, you haven't, or create one, they're shooting babies, children, women, men, innocent people that were not even involved in whatever's going on. And it's done in broad daylight. And I have the Citizen app on my phone. And while the Citizen app is telling me that something just happened in a certain neighborhood, and I'm reading it and I'm like, where are the cameras? Where are the phones when that van is speeding off? Where's they got to have a license plate, a description. None of that ever happens. And I think about the church in oh my goodness, it was just over the weekend in a part of California where the churchgoers, and these are older people, they grabbed the attacker and hog tied him, okay, until the police got there. They're like, no, 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 you're not coming in here to terrorize our church. They hog tied him, and now he has to face the consequences. Killing the killer doesn't really, I don't know. To me, it doesn't solve the problem, but we have to do our part. It takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village to save one too. So think about that without beating a dead horse. Um, Also over the weekend, I found out that my air doesn't work in my truck. Yeah. So I bought my car used 2 years ago. It'll be 2 years in July. And it was a beauty, fully loaded with everything, like leather seats, power this, everything, the extended package, tow hitch. Oh, I was excited because I came to the conclusion that I didn't want to pay any more car notes. I have been paying car notes for 20 years. I would get a new car every 3 years. It just didn't make sense anymore. And I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and go on my savings account and buy me a car. And even though I paid a nice low amount, it had low miles, 92,000 miles. And it was a 2006. It still is. She's still living. Okay. But now this year the air goes out. And I'm doing the math. Like the air can cost me about $1,000 if the compressor is bad. And the catalytic converter is another $2,000. But if you divide, let's say the average car note is about $400 a month, maybe five times 7 years these days, I still come out cheaper. So guess what I'm doing? I'm getting my air fixed, and I'm not gonna be tempted because I thought about it. I was like, well, if I just get a new car, the air will work and the warranty will cover anything that goes wrong. But that was the mentality I had when I was buying a new car every 3 years. And I think I'm on break from that. I'm enjoying not having a car note. Okay. So yeah, I found out my air didn't work and the windows were down, and I'm like, I'm gonna enjoy the sunshine. Now, I have been diagnosed with asthma. I say diagnosed because I'm not claiming it. And I haven't had one of those attacks in about 4 years, maybe more. And I'm sometimes hot weather when I was a kid would trigger, just like cold weather triggers some people. Hot weather triggers mine. If I get too hot and it's too stuffy, then and I'm like, nope, I'm not claiming that either. So we're rolling with the sunroof open, the windows down, and no, I can't talk to you on the earpiece because I can't hear you. Okay. Congratulations to my cousin LaShandra Harmon. She has a book out called Girl Boss. Wait, let me get it right. Girl Boss Up and Lead. All right. LaShandra Harmon has a book out. You get your pre-order. You can pre-order your copy right now. If you find her on Facebook, look for LaShandra Harmon. And she has a book that's coming out. It's called Get Girl, comma, Get Boss Up and Lead. Okay. Lead stands for leverage, elevate, accelerate, dominate. Now, this brings me to my next point because girls that are bossing up and leading, what is that doing to our family structure? Yeah. You got women that are, what did Mary J say? I've been too strong for too long. That can really be an issue, guys. Because here's the thing. If I remember when I was about 19 or 20, heck, I know that was a few years ago. And I was a single mom, teenage mom at that, right? And I didn't have enough money to buy diapers. Now, back then, diapers were $6.99, $6.99. And I didn't have $6.99 plus tax to buy my baby some diapers. So I asked dad. I asked their father or my son's father. I don't have the same. My kids don't have the same father. I'm transparent about it. But when he told me, "Can't you ask your mother?" It did something to me. It made me feel betrayed, lied to, let down. And also it strengthened me because I knew I couldn't depend on anybody, especially if this is your child. Like, so it made me really, really strong. Like, I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna ask anybody for anything. And now to this day, I have trouble asking for help. Not a good thing. Because when you don't ask for help and your ship is sinking and you don't ask for help, you get mad because people don't offer to fix or help you in your boat, right? So that's not a good way to handle things. You need to ask for help, give people the opportunity to say yes, just like they might say no. So boss up and lead. Yes, definitely. We need to do that, especially in this climate that we live in. But I also want to be concerned about our family structures when the women really boss up and lead. Where does that put the man? What is he? Can he lead you if you trying to lead him? I'm just saying. All right, let me read some comments here. LaDon said, never been off. All right. I know you talking about the racism. Yeah, it's never been off, right? Uh LaJoe Andre Salas, that's my uncle. Look, this is my uncle that's younger than me. How's that possible? He said, "Hey niece, you been doing? How you been doing? And tell your dad, my brother, I said hello. Hope he's doing well." Well, I will tell him you said hello. I'm gonna probably sneak and put you on the phone with him. Don't tell him I said, well, I guess he might hear this. Anyway, I'm gonna put you on the phone with him. It's a unique story behind my dad and his siblings, how they were separated at birth and now they just found each other a few years ago. This is like a mini series, okay? Let me write that down. Okay, series. Okay, here we go. Uh Kara Solutions, good morning. Did I say that right? Is it Kara or Kara? Because black folks like to add different syllables to different things. Like, your name is Stephanie, but you want to be called Stefani. It's too much. But good morning to you anyway. All right, so don't I mean I know I've been having trouble asking for help, but so every now and then it comes about and I just have to ask. Happy birthday to Misty Hearn. I went to school with Misty. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, girl. My cousin, happy birthday to Mikael Bridges. Oh my goodness, happy birthday. Um, and congratulations. This is a big one. Big, huge congratulations to Coach Brock, where his jump squad, they've secured 4 titles at Kenwood Academy. That's big. I mean, we got to give him a yeah. Yeah. Coach Brock, that is my cuzzo for real, for real. I am so proud of him. He never stopped once. I've watched him go through high school at Kenwood, then later go to college. He is just an amazing young man. We used to talk about how strange he looked as a baby, but now he has grown into the most intelligent, phenomenal, and mostly attractive man on campus. I am so sure of it. But I'm so proud of you because you keep doing your thing. That's Brock in the building. Also, congratulations to Ed Lover's daughter who just got her master's in business. These are all good things. It's kind of hard to come out of someone driving 4 hours to assassinate as many black people as possible, and another where they've attacked the church and they've had to hog tie and hand them over to the authorities. But good things do happen. I don't want to brush over the bad, but I don't want you to become numb to it. You become numb. You get these notifications. I know we used to gasp when I was little, like, now it's like, oh, another one. Glad I wasn't over there. That's sad. That's like sad to the 10th power. But the gasping doesn't help. Gasping for breath doesn't help. Hearts and prayers doesn't is not all we need. Okay, we need to make a change to how we process this stuff. If someone is attacking your community, they need to be held accountable. People are scared to say this because they're so afraid that people will start holding them accountable, and then it'll be some type of assassination attack. But I want to share something with you. Do you see how America is just really crying out for the heart, or crying out their hearts for the citizens in Ukraine? You know, they're being attacked. This was an unprovoked war. All they were trying to do is exist. Uh, this is kind of how it is with, not kinda. I don't like kinda because kinda means sort of. This is how it has been in America for us as Black Americans. We are African descent, all of us. And we can't even trace back our roots because they've been burned. We were cut at the cord, and the cord was burned so that we can never reconnect. And we're here assassinating our own soldiers. These drive-bys, all you're doing is killing your soldiers. All you're doing is um, preparing the young people that see this and witness this for war amongst ourselves, against ourselves. And when it comes time to really band together and barricade our communities, we won't have any soldiers left. What will be left? Nothing. But the United States sent over $44 billion to Ukraine for war aid when we have neighborhoods that don't even have a school that's open, food deserts, transportation issues, healthcare issues, access to healthcare is null and void. But we can send $44 billion to Ukraine for their people. Good morning, Chris Bass. There's no morning unless Chris Bass says good morning. I'm here to tell you that. Pardon the ruckus in the background. I don't know what's up with my family. They know I'm live and they just got to make eggs and omelets, and I hear it. It better smell good. That's all I got to say. But I think that we're not, either we're not lobbying or self-advocating. I think it's a more of a self-advocation issue, because when you don't self-advocate, you don't get what you want. You hope that people see what's going on with you and just hand it to you. No, 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 no. Ukraine has been on more press conferences than I've seen any alderman, mayor, governor, okay, to really fight for aid. And they watch they choose their words carefully, and they also guilt us a little bit. All right, and when I say us, I mean the U.S. They guilt us with, if you do nothing, more people will die, and you go, dang, we gotta do something. But why don't we use that same voice? We have all these platforms. Chris Bass has a platform, by the way. We have all these platforms and we don't use them to lobby for our own safety, security, pursuit of happiness. It's like once we make it out of the neighborhood, we don't look back. And I'm not saying that you have to, give back. I hate that term, give back. Give back what? Did you get me where I'm going? No. But if I'm in position, think about chess. If I'm in position to make things better for my family and myself, I can share that position, or at least tell someone how to get into position with more than just, well, just, keep your head up. That's high level information. High level information, I cannot do anything with high level information. It's like a free ebook saying all you got to do is focus and have a plan. Okay, what's the plan? But once you get in position and you share how to get in position with other people, now we're opening up doors and we're making a difference. But how can we keep talking about reparations, but we don't even know what that looks like? I came up with one. You want to hear it? Here it go. I have a business. I have trouble paying my employees from time to time. There were times when I didn't have any employees, like now. Okay. Pandemic really made a difference. I did really well the beginning of the pandemic, and then it tapered off. But what if my reparations were to for the state of Illinois, or even the no, this would be a government thing, for the federal government to give me a grant or allow me to apply for a grant to pay the wages of my workers or workers that I need in order to grow my business. For a period of time. We got 400 years, right? That ended in 2019. Anyway, we we really need to think about what reparations looks like because if they give us 40 acres and a mule, would you really know what to do with the 40 acres or the mule? I wouldn't know what to do with a mule. A mule? Some people would trade the mule for a Rottweiler. Some people will let the acres, they won't know how to cultivate that land. They won't know how to even keep up the land or water their own grass. So, what would you do with 40 acres and a mule? And if you go at the existing um um market price, that's not enough to sustain. When you give me a fish, I'll eat for a day, but if you teach me to fish, I'll eat forever. How about reparations that teach us intentional financial literacy? We seem to think we got that figured out. Well, I know if I buy, so many ounces of weed, hey, drug dealers are the best financial advisors, okay? Now, I don't sell drugs and I don't affiliate with drug dealers. It's just that I know the game. You can look it up, and it is true business. It's out there. One group of people that has not changed, and I had this conversation with my kids over the weekend, the mafia has not changed. They're all about loyalty. They're all about the money, and they're all about future generations. Now, this is not just from me watching movies. I've read a few things. And when you take care of your own, the rest will take care of itself. We seem to have a problem with that. And I know why. I know many it starts with the family. So back to the mafia. They focus on marrying within their race. And nothing against, interracial relationships. I've been in one. Uh and I know friends that are products of biracial, I'm sorry, interracial relationships. So I'm not speaking against that because I feel like I sound like the white lady that says I have black friends. But my point is, I don't see anything wrong with it as long as you take care of your people, because we can't continue to take care of ourselves and then leave the nest. The nest won't be there when you get back. It won't. So the mafia has, or the Italian mob, or however you want to put it, they're all about loyalty. They're all about loyalty. They may be mad at each other, but at the end of the day, they share the same blood, and that's more important than any prove a pointville out there. You don't have to prove a point. Yeah, you can state your claim. You can definitely teach someone a lesson, but the lesson doesn't have to end it all. It can't be it doesn't have to be the end all. For us, oh, even my 12-year-old son, I almost choked him. Don't repeat that. He found a expensive pair of gym shoes that I had put away. And I was gonna give them to a homeless man a couple of years ago. And I did not do that. Not a homeless man, not a particular one, but I was just gonna, I was gonna donate them. And I didn't get around to doing it. So I put them away, tucked them away. He found them. And they just happened to be his size. And he's like, Mom, I found these shoes in storage and blah. Oh, yeah, I forgot about those. Where'd you, how, don't worry about all that. So he wears them, and his whole body language changes. Like he felt more confident because he had on these expensive shoes. And I didn't teach him that, but it really woke me up in saying I need to continue or guide them a little bit further into not living for things that are material things. You know what I'm saying? Like material things don't make you, you make the materials. Okay? It really woke me up. Uh, I don't want him to walk around like he feels like he's. Oh, it does smell good. Wait a minute. You know, we're in my kitchen, right? We're in my kitchen. Oh my goodness. Omelet. I'm a latte. Muchas gracias, señor. All right, so watch this. We as a people, we tend to, and I wish I had that video on hand. It was sent to me. It was when the ad council started advertising to black people. This had to be, I feel like it was in the 30, 40, 50. I feel like it was in the 60s. I feel like it was in the early 60s. I have to look it up. Okay, watch this. When they first started advertising to us, because at first they didn't. Okay, and just recently, do you see interracial relationships on commercials and black people and leading roles? And I'm not saying it like we haven't had leading roles. I'm just saying that anytime you see a movie poster, we're usually in the back somewhere. Like, okay, just half of my face is showing, but now we're in the center. That I feel ridiculous even saying that, but watch this. When the ad council started advertising to the black community, the Negro community, as they called us, they said, we're losing money. The Negro is now part of the working class, and the money they have, they don't mind showing the money that they have by purchasing goods that are of better quality. Oh, yeah. Literally, this is what the ad council said. And the commercials started showing us as a family. We were families then in the household, mom, dad, boy, girl, going to the store and purchasing an expensive hat. Don't show the Negro the cheap hat and assume that he can't afford anything better. Show him the more quality hat, because the Negro will want you to know that he can afford it. He wouldn't want you to think he cannot afford it. Now, the ad council said that. How do we act now? We could have my dad said it best. We could be in a situation where we are renting from, okay, that was Jay-Z, renting from the neighborhood, and we own a car that costs more than the garage we park it in. My dad said that part. That is so true. Like, not for all of us. Don't I know you're saying, oh, not me. No, no. My home is $300,000. Okay. I think you get my point. If we all knew a little bit more about financial literacy and the value of a dollar, we tend to think that since we got this dollar, more will come. There's so much money in the world, but you have to value the money that comes into your hands. My dad, one time he lost a large sum of money, cash that was in his pocket. I know, Dad. I don't mean to put you out there. Personally, I think the person that was with him took it. Okay. And all he kept saying was, I'll get it back. You'll never get it back. Think about it. You might get that same amount back a few more times. You'll get that into your possession more times. But had you not lost it, the money that you gain after that will be a surplus or in addition to what you already had. Once it's gone, it's gone. And we don't see it that way. We always feel like, well, this $100, I'll get it again. Yeah, you'll get it again, but you won't have the cushion of having the first $100 with the second $100 and the third $100. That first $100 will always be gone. And the second $100 will always be gone. But when you invest your money into there's no such thing, into a sound investment, that's when you get it back, because your money starts working for you instead of you working for it. But we don't see it that way. The shoes come out and the lines along with us. We on our phones, on TikTok. Yeah, man, I'm out here at Michael Jordan. Well, Foot Locker, wherever you buy your shoe. I don't do it. I'm online. I just look, screenshot, video capture. I just purchased my $2,000 pair. How much are the Yeezys? I don't know. Let me see. Yeezy. I don't even know how to spell it. Yeezy price. Okay. I'm done. $639. Woo, on Amazon. 600 and then these foam Stone Age shoes. Oh no, that says Stone Sage. I called it Stone Age. Stone Sage shoes, $235. Yeah. But is that an investment? Like, unless I'm buying the shoes to resell, it's a liability. Because it's just like a car. When you drive it off the lot, it loses value. The moment you sign your papers, they've already written it off. You paid 15. No, cars don't cost that much anymore. They cost more. You paid $25,000 for the base model plus interest. Now, if you're doing it over 7 years, you're paying about, I don't know, $37,000 for a $25,000 car. And a lot of time, uh-oh, Eric Pickett is on here. He said foolishness, but he sells cars. And he's like number one on his team. He does it well. I bought a car from him. But you do this and you feel like, okay, I got to have this in my car, which is understandable, but you're going to pay for it now. Now, how much down payment do you have? Oh, I didn't think I needed a down payment. You sure don't. If you want to pay $37,000 for a $25,000 car, if someone came to you and said, okay, look, you're spending $37,000 on this car and it's not even worth the $25,000 that we're selling it to you for, let alone the $37,000. Would you still buy it? Yep. You know why? Because it's affordable monthly. There are price buyers and payment buyers. When I sold cars, price buyers were usually the guys that rolled up in some raggedy vehicle, shoes all dirty, jeans. They had good credit, but they didn't want me to run it. They said, I got cash. You know why they have cash? Because they don't have Yeezys. Okay. They had cash in the bank because they're not buying foolishness. You have more buying power when you pay with cash. They didn't have to go to a credit union or a bank or a friend or a GoFundMe. They could go to the bank. There's a big difference. So when we understand financial literacy and keeping the money in our community, oh, how do we do that when we don't have jack? I wish I had a bleep button. But the other day I was doing my offer upping. You ever tried to organize your house and you got stuff in places where they don't belong because you don't have anywhere to put it? It's like throw it away. Well, I don't throw it away. I went on offer up and found some cabinets. Beautiful cabinets, by the way. Practically new. Brought them home, scrubbed them down, and my house is organized. So I went offer upping. I had to go to two different places to pick up cabinets. And that's another reason I like my truck because it's older, but it's in good condition though. I could put anything in, let them seats down and haul it away for me. Don't ask me to help you move. But watch this. As I was riding through this Hispanic neighborhood, I was almost in tears. Number one, because it was getting dark. I didn't want to get caught over there in the dark, okay? Because I can't see at night. But number two, there was a grocery store on every other block called La Caderos or whatever, La Macarena. You ride through a black neighborhood and you can't find a grocery store anywhere. Now, there are liquor stores, currency exchanges, and churches. And I don't mean church's chicken. But you can't find a god dang on grocery store anywhere. Now, why is it? You know why? You know why? Because we're waiting for Aldi, Food for Less, Jewel, Whole Foods to come to the neighborhood. Yep, that part. We're waiting. Come on. It's a food desert over here. Instead of getting that 2020, 2021 PPP money and putting it together with other PPP recipients and saying, hey, you know what? I'm tired of going outside of my neighborhood to the grocery store. Let's open one. Oh, shiznit. Who would have thought? But that's what the Hispanic neighborhood looks like. It looks like they said shoe repair, phone repair, groceries, pharmacies, anything they need is right there in their neighborhood. Us, we got to burn up gas and go outside of the neighborhood to go shopping, to get the things, the essentials that we need. And why is that? We even have to go outside of our community to go to a decent school. Why is that? Well, there's some things we got to work on, people. Schools, kill that school to prison pipeline by being involved in the school. I don't have time. I work during the day. Guess what? The power of the email, it really works. I email my principal probably 3 times a month. My son comes home telling me something that happened at school. Those are my eyes right there. I'm on the email. But I'm not just talking about the problem. I also offer solutions, and I also offer to help or be involved so that it's not so, your school, your fault. It's, hey, this is what was reported to me. This is what I think I would have done. What are your suggestions? That shows that we are involved. I am right now part of the policy change for the code of conduct at my son's school. I don't have time to do that, but I don't have time not to do it because they expect these children to behave the exact same way they did before they were 2 years behind on social emotional learning. I'm not having it. It makes no sense. They're still saying cellular phones. They are personal devices because we want to include the watches, the tablets, and the phones. Okay. And the chips that are going in their heads one day, but we're not there yet. You got to get involved in order to change the culture of your school, your local school. Don't just complain about it. Get involved, and they will not pull anything over your head when you're on the school council. When you go to those meetings, I've gone with CPS, our table of parents, maybe 4, 5, 6. Their table of parents, they don't even speak god doggone English. And they need more than one table. They need tables, and they have an interpreter, a translator. Why is that? I'll tell you why. Because we're in survival mode right here in our own country. When you're trying to survive, you don't have time to live. But we don't have time to not make a change on our own. Once we work inward, outward, the policies will follow because when you work inward, outward, you put people in position. You put people in position. And when you put people in position, you put them in position to change policy. That's what you do. All right. All right. There's so many more things. I just wanted to get up in my robe. Yes, this is my actual robe with my actual 2-strand twist and my 2 pigtails. And that's my actual kitchen. Yep, that's my kitchen right there. I got to put something in the window. Next time I'll have the water running so you can see that I actually live here. Okay. All right. Again, pardon the noise in the background. I didn't say quiet on the set and nobody cared. So I just want to say thank you for listening. I see your comments. I read them all. Let's see. Can't post comments to some destinations. Oh, Eric said laugh out loud. I know, right? Wait, if I star it, what will that do? Nothing. Okay. Oh, you know what? I forgot I can do this. LaDon said it's never been off. Just so you know, LaDon is a phenomenal media professional. He said that it's never been off when I said that racism will always exist as long as we're not sticking together. All right. There's room for racism when we don't stick together. Look at this. This is my cousin. He said, "Hey niece, how you been doing? And tell your dad, my brother, I said hello and hope he's doing well." As I told you, they've never spoken. Okay. They were separated at birth. Uh looks like my big uncle. I call him little big uncle because he's younger than me. Okay. But I'm gonna put them on the phone together. Watch. All right. Kara Solutions said, "Good morning." Good morning, Kara. Like Irene Kara? Nah, not quite. All right. And then she said, "Oh, it's Sue." You said it right. Hey, Sue. OMG. I know who it is. All right. And then we say, "Good morning, LaDonna," from Chris Bass. That is, I will never wash my cheek. Oh, wait, he didn't kiss me on my cheek. Never mind. I will never erase this message as long as I live because Chris Bass sent it. All right. And then Eric Pickett said, "Foolishness." Well, we were talking about the value and the price of cars, right? He would know. He sells them right over there at wait a minute, it's Chevy. Chevy. Oh, this is bad. I can see it. Hold on, let me look it up because I want to give him a shout out. Let's see. It is not even, oh, Philip Chevrolet. He sells cars over in Philip Chevrolet, and he probably just put it in there too. Yep, he did. He didn't spell it right. He said Filios. Is there a Filio Chevrolet? There it is. That's where he's at. Filios. That's not right. You're at Phillips Chevrolet. Okay. I think they're in Lansing. Goodness. Filios. Get it right. Oh, there you go. Phillips. All right. So I'm gonna get this thing. I'm gonna get out of here. Let me see if Eric's good. Eric, are you on camera? Let me see if I can get you on here. Probably not. Let me see what I can get going. Is now a good time to buy a car or what? Because, with the pandemic. Now I just sent you a link. In order for you to come on, you gotta make sure you got your rollers in your head or something. You can't come on looking better than me. This is how I look when I wake up. We'll give Eric a minute to click on that link. Mm. Mm. Oh, goodness. That omelet was good. Hey guys, looks like we have a guest today. Why don't you welcome Eric Pickett at Filio Chevy?
As
Yeah,
always, you are
yeah.
amazing. You know that, don't you?
Well, thank you, sir. How are you today?
I am in my process of getting to Philip Chevrolet in Lansing of Illinois.
Okay.
You know, my phone doesn't do the correcting when I need it to do the correcting.
Wait a minute. Oh, it
Look,
didn't. I was gonna say if it corrected you on Phillips to Filios, I don't. Your phone is broken.
I fat fingered it. Y'all know what that term is, right? I fat
Yeah.
fingered the O always. Every time I'm putting it in, I got to double check the email and all that good stuff.
Yeah. You were like, "Oh, this is my moment. This is my moment." Filios. Oh, dang.
I can't with you.
So
Look,
how are car sales right now? Are people? 'Cause from what I understand, the car industry, when it comes to sales, there is a shortage of vehicles.
yep.
What?
Well, there's a shortage on parts to build vehicles. So there's a shortage, and because of supply and demand, we know what that is. Um, used used cars. Okay. Any other time, my voice is fine. I'm all full of phlegm and coughing.
Actually, it was just fine. We don't know that. Okay,
I ain't choke. Look, I ain't choking though. I ain't
okay.
choking. But yeah, the prices, there's no rebates. I mean, there's some rebates, but like once upon a time, you can get a like 10 grand off on a Silverado, right?
Mm,
That's their moneymaker.
yeah.
But because there's no need for it, supply and demand. If there's no cars on the lot, what do I need to motivate you to buy a car for and give you a big rebate for,
Mm. That's
right?
true. That's true.
So buying cars is just way different from when I first started. I've been doing this for 7 years. I'm rushing out the door trying to get me here. Look, 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 look. I got a special guest. Olivia, turn around, look. No. She's gonna play me like that.
So it's about time for you to supply a new car to your Olivia soon.
I've got
Yeah. What are your plans for that? Are you what is a car salesman? Like you're I don't want to say car salesman. You're a delivery specialist. Am I saying it right?
I'm a product specialist is what they got me labeled as. How
Oh,
about that?
product. What do you label yourself as? Okay, never mind. So
Which product are we talking about? Because
right, right,
I do
right.
photography.
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
produced a television show. Look, I'm shameless plug.
yeah.
I've
You
done comedy. I still write a little bit. What's up, folks? Oh no, I mean people.
up,
Oh
are you
no, I mean
gang?
family. Damn, I don't know what I'm talking about. Am I throwing up gang signs?
Oh my God, you're too old to be gang banging.
Right. I just had a birthday. I'm 58 years old. I'm still accepting gifts.
Okay.
Cash App ID is.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
This is not GoFundMe. Okay. This is not GoFundMe.
This is not what you wanted either.
This ain't that. Okay. Um, so what do you do when you okay, supply is down, demand is up, same thing is going for housing. Is this a result of the pan or the pandemic? Is it because there weren't enough workers? What is going on here? What are
You know
people
what
doing
it is.
for
You
work?
know what it is. It's all part of the plan to restructure the economy, eliminate the middle class, or just be lower class and upper class only. Did I go deep on that? I'm sorry. You didn't expect that.
Well, I didn't expect to be part of the lower class because I can't seem to get up the ladder here. You know what I'm saying?
You said pandemic. Somebody's plan is doing something to our economy, right?
Well, we have to do what we have to do to maintain. And I don't want society to define what class we're in or
Hi,
what
Olivia.
our focus should be. Hey, Olivia. I don't know if I wanted Olivia to see me in my pigtails.
Pigtails?
Look, now she's all interested. Do you see this? Like
That's what you
literally.
do. That's what you do to an 8-year-old. You catch them off guard.
I am 14.
I'm sorry, she's 14 in the 8th grade.
Oh wow.
That's how long it's been since you've seen it. It's been a while.
Yeah, she's about to graduate.
Hmm.
3 weeks.
3 weeks, she says.
Good deal. So what do you do? What do we do when we need to buy a car? Because my air went out and I said I was just gonna get it fixed.
Yes.
Oh, so I'm doing the right thing. I shouldn't I
Right
shouldn't
now, yes.
I shouldn't come to you get a Tahoe.
Look, you did the right. I'm gonna say this, because I've worked on both sides. I've worked in sales and automotive, and I've worked in repair. I did automotive repair for 15 years. So don't ask for my background. It'll take too long to break it down to you. But anyway, um, what's it, I think it is. No, hold on a second. I'm ejecting this. Huh?
Ladies and
No,
gentlemen, not
no,
only
girl, you
we
got the
have
ball.
ADD, our guest has ADHD as well.
No, I don't have ADHD. I just got an agenda that I got to stay on top of. 'Cause I got to be at Philio in 15 minutes, and she's kicking the garbage out of my car. Girl, get that bag and go.
Oh my goodness,
Oh, she's not the garbage, the literal garbage. Because
child abuse,
I
child
haven't
abuse.
cleaned my car out, and she decided to get in and kick out a water bottle. Anyway, um, if your car is worthy, if it's still running good engine and trans, and all you need to do is fix the air so you can ride out, and you probably don't need to do anything but charge it. I know how to do that. Remember, I said at the automotive repair, just charge the air and drive your truck.
It was charged last year. So now I
That's all
think,
right. It's old enough for it to be charged every year.
oh, but see, on top of that, last year when they charged it, it only blew cool air when we were in motion. When I stop at the stoplight, I don't have cool air. Yeah.
So the air conditioned only conditioned it to cool, not cold.
Well, it's cold when I'm driving only.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah, that
well,
part.
you have to ask yourself because I have I have three cars. One I'm driving. I'm paying a car note. It's just like the one I sold you, the spaceship. Remember the spaceship?
The Malibu, Chevy
Yes,
Malibu.
yes. I've loved this body design for a while, and what happened is I had a car. The coming into the wintertime, the heat stopped working, so I went and bought another car, cash, and it drove fine till one day I'm coming home and the rear end started making a noise. Which, had I known what I know now about that rear end making noise, I would have fixed it and drove it some more. But I didn't feel like, and because I'm 58 and it was cold outside, I didn't feel like fixing the car, so I went and bought a car. Now I got three cars. I can fix the other two. I can drive them, but only got one behind. And how many cars can I drive with one behind?
Three, because you got two girls and a son. Actually, two
I
of them.
got two sons. I got two girls. Erica has her car. She's living in Skokie with her boo thing and my grandkids.
Hey now.
Avery lives with his mama still, working at the airport.
All right, I need some flights.
Isaiah works for FedEx in the military or Army Reserve. Same thing, right?
Yeah.
And then I got Olivia. There's my history. All inquiries can check me out on Facebook, Eric Pickett at, I'm sorry.
Wow. And that kind of piggybacks off of us talking about keeping families intact. Because listen to how well your children are doing. You just gave you just gave statistics on 4 children, and all of them were positive.
I'm so grateful that they ain't on the corner bagging up and selling anything.
Right. Right.
They ain't where I would love for them to be, but they ain't where they could have been. So I'm grateful.
Exactly. That's right. That's right. Or in a casket. You
See
know
what I'm
that
saying?
Yeah, we're right here in Chicago where people are burying their children left and right for senseless acts of violence. And you have all 4 to report that are doing well. As long as they have another day to get it right, they're doing well.
That's what I be telling the 14-year-old, but she be looking at me like I don't know what I'm doing. I have to remind her, I've been 14 more than once. Cut it out.
Yeah, but you weren't a 14-year-old girl.
Huh?
You weren't a 14-year-old girl.
No, but I've been 14 more than once. I probably was a girl one of those times.
I doubt it. Not you.
No, not me, because I've never experienced the nosebleeds and the runny nose. I'm not, that was, I was being symbolic.
That yeah, okay, we're gonna go to a commercial break. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for
What part of comedy did you miss?
I missed it all. I missed it all. I just want to say shout out to Philip Chevy. They're right there in Lansing, Illinois. You can ask for Eric Pickett. That's right.
I'm on my way.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us or me.
I'm still laughing.
Yeah, we're gonna head out. Is there are any closing remarks? Oh, should we mute your mic? You okay?
Yes, I appreciate your time and the invite.
Oh, for sure. Anytime, son. Anytime. All right.
See how
So
see
you
how I'm
got
able to do this while I'm driving?
well, yeah. Just make sure that you are the person you are every single day. Don't ever try to be anyone else. It's much harder that way. I want to let Chris know. Chris, I don't know if you're available to come on, but I'm going to be doing this on Mondays because the weekends are just full of information, full of things that we see and we go, what? Or we go, oh. And it's just a way to start the day. So there's a lot of good news out there. There's a lot of things that are impacting our community, things that we need to think about a few times in order to make a difference. We all got these platforms. You got your StreamYard podcast. In fact, Chris taught me how to use StreamYard. We've got radio, television, YouTube,
Social
and
media,
yeah,
like
social
nine
media.
different formats of social media.
Yeah, including, I was talking about the gentleman that shot up the people in Albany. I'm sorry, in Buffalo, New York.
Talking about look, I seen a video this morning. He aimed his rifle at a non-melanated person and said, "Oh, sorry."
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yep. And he live streamed this on Twitch.
Right.
I'm like, how is he able to? He was good. He can aim and live stream. I can't drive and live stream.
That
So
goes that goes back to the reason why he drove so far away, so they couldn't find him.
yeah. Yeah, they I don't know if that was I don't know if to me that doesn't resonate because I feel like if he's live streaming and if the police are called at the scene, they're going to find you cuz you're
They're,
there.
they're called at the scene, but then some people may recognize who he is, seeing their live stream, and try to go to his house first.
Oh yeah, no, they can go to the scene. He was prepared to be taken down because he had a
Body
lot.
armor. Yeah.
Yeah, he had body armor, and I'm not talking about Under Armour people. The people that are consumers out there. I'm talking about bulletproof, which is illegal in this country. And he was prepared for any type of artillery to come his way. And I'm just that makes me nervous because when we let our guard down for just even a minute, someone is already planning on how to capitalize on that in their own malicious way. So, be safe out there. We even have to be careful in Chicago. Chicago's not what it seems when you watch the news. They only highlight the negativity, the shootings, because it seems like the shootings have been highlighted since Obama's been in action, but I mean, in office. But what you got to understand is that these things happen everywhere. We're just highlighted, one of the most highlighted cities in America. But I remember when Detroit was the same way.
The murder capital of the world.
It really it
Yeah.
really was. It really was. And
That
I
was about
knew
the time I left and came to Chicago, but we're not talking about that right now.
no, that's what happened, but people tensions rise no matter what city you're in. It's all in our community minds to pass down the values. We don't necessarily have the value of a dollar mastered, and we don't have the value of family mastered. And if you have the value of family mastered, then you will value lives that are within
Right.
those families.
Right.
So
We want to show that we are money, but not really have money. Right.
right. Yep, which is so backwards. And pull your damn pants up. All
Who,
right.
me? Oh
Oh,
no.
no,
I got
no,
my belt in the back seat.
no.
You weren't talking to me, was you?
Whoever's sagging, okay?
Oh, yeah. I'm at work. There's a no sag policy at work.
Oh, good, good. Then you
And
guys
I'm
are doing
at
well.
58. If I'm sagging, I need to get jumped on.
There's some 58 years old out there sagging. It's sad. It's
It's
sad.
They need to get jumped on.
Yeah. All right, I'm about to get out of here. You have the best day at work. We'll see you at Phillips Chevy in Lansing, Illinois. As for Eric Pickett, don't just walk the picket line. Ask for the picket line.
Right off the top of your head, you just created that. That's amazing. See what I said? Look, normally at this point, I would tell people, get off my phone, but I'm on your show, so I got to go.
Yep. Peace. All right, guys. I'm going to head out of here because it is Monday. This is my day to actually prepare for Tuesday. I teach on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. But today, I'm waking my dad up real early. He hates to be awakened super early. And we're going to the dentist. That's right. So I'm going to head out. If you want to reach me, you can follow me on social media. Find LaDonna Raeh Show no matter what. Please subscribe to me on YouTube. I haven't posted on YouTube in like 2 months. And that's because I've been too busy with family. Family comes first, right? But I got to really fix my balance here. So I will be coming to you live on Mondays with in my robe. It's so much easier this way. I don't have to fix up or anything. I just wake up. I hope you can stand it. But this is me in the raw. There you go. I'll see you next time. Make sure you subscribe to me on YouTube. Get those subscriptions going. And you can follow me on TikTok. I'm pretty funny on there. People say it. They don't believe it's really me if they don't know me. But then when they get to know me, they believe it's really me. Does that make sense? Okay. I'll see you later. Ciao for now. Bye-bye for now. Peace. I need some coffee. I don't even drink coffee, though. That's why it's empty. Okay, what do I do?